Thank you, Naresh, and very warm good evening, members of Naredco. This is, I don't know, I have forgotten or not keeping track of what is the number of technical session I'm doing. The last time I remember it was 20 plus or something, I don't know, but I'm very fortunate to have delivered a few knowledge sharing sessions, and that were more meaningful and apt for the time that we are into. The main intent is to share whatever little knowledge I gain from the trainings that I take from so many places. I am actually a avid reader, and I am also a very thirsty student. I get trained myself in so many platforms, and I try to share those trainings that I gain, the knowledge that I gain in the trainings here. Today I am trying to share the information that I have about how digital tools that we as architects design that can be helpful for marketing the real estate inventory. The tech-savvy ways of making, emptying your inventory very fast. How the inventories can be emptied very fast, where the digital tools come in handy as catalysts. Real estate marketing, I don't have to tell what real estate marketing is. The technique is you get an inquiry when someone is thinking about, should I buy a home, what do I do? He probably reaches to one of the builder developers, the kind, depends upon what he wants to. He still is not sure of, hope I'm not in the middle of the wheel to anyone, yeah? Yeah, he's still not sure about what to buy, whether a home or rent or buy or what. He's still not sure about what is the scale and magnitude of the property that he wants to buy, so he just casually inquires. Or probably more focusful inquiry also can happen. The first person to reach from your end is a marketing guy, probably a telecaller or someone like that. And then a visit happens to the site, probably shown the place, goes deep into the property, understanding what the property is. Then if at all they are happy, the conversions happen. Probably they agree on the spot and then get into the finance or commercial part of it, and then the documentation part, and finally the property is handed over. So this is the sequence where the inquiries start from where the initiation happens, and then the marketing is initiated, then the conversions happen. This is a sequence. All of us know the sequence. But then, what are the tools that are used? Tools till now have been flyers and handouts, it can be newspaper ads, exhibitions or sponsored events, there can be hoardings and many things. Yes, these are done to primarily increase the inquiries. Inquiry barli saku, then we will take it to the next step. Marketing happens, the funnel is shortening down now. 1000 inquiry bandre probably 100 jana marketing team vargu kai siktarante ankolana. I'm just making a rough figure, and then the conversions happens. That's how the funnel scales down. So we are happy if I had to strike 10 customers, 10 sales, the number that I have to get in terms of inquiry is probably 10 times, whatever, depends upon the market size and type. So this is what happens as an impact of real estate marketing. The impact is inquiry, from there to marketing team, and then the conversions happen. What are the new age tools? If these were the regular or the known tools, what are the new age tools? Are there any? Yes, there are. There should be, because the times are changing. There are new age tools, because in the new age, information is wealth. Money is not wealth, time is the next commodity. Before time is information. The more information someone has, the more wealthier he is. This information should be, what kind of information? Should be very reachable, very easily and comfortably understandable to the common people, and shareable. These are the three things. I get it, I understand it, and I share it. Super fast. So that is how the information these days happen. And what are the tools that we have which share the information very fast? That are all digital. And what are the digital formats? Digital formats are which are reachable, understandable, and shareable. Here are the note there on Facebook. I share it fast, then and then. Within seconds, it reaches to all of my friends in one go. Same with Insta. Same on YouTube. I share that YouTube from video from the YouTube channel onto the Facebook, or I do it on WhatsApp. So these are the few things which are very handy, available in our pocket at all the times, where I can share it in moments. These are the new age tools which have no hassle, like I have to print, I have to store and then distribute. They're all ready. I don't have to print. They're all stocked in my phone, or not even on my phone. Many times it's in the cloud of the probable service provider, right? So you got, when you are working with old tools, you have got inquiries. Probably now you have started to use these new tools. You also get inquiries, but your tools of marketing are old. You get inquiries from Facebook, right? What you do, the same procedure happens from there. Your marketing team will now start to handle the prospective or potential buyer, because your marketing tools are old, not many times are finer, but the conversions also are scaling down now. If at all your marketing tool is exciting or interesting, the conversion also could be intensified, because your inquiries or the tools that you have used are also new. We have to now look at digital tools for marketing. So what are these digital tools? We have already known that many people, I'm very sure that many of you do share on Facebook, on YouTube, make a video, all those things. But then what after that? What are all these? The digital tools, what are these? They are the items, they are things that are required or used to convey the product as picture. We are not showing it as a drawing, technical drawing, as a plan or whatever. We are showing it as a picture. Common man, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ, ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಜೆಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Something like this. How the house is spread out, what is the kind of building, what is the height, how it is, and we sometimes are very interested to even share the actual site photos. So these are the digital tools that are used to convey the product through pictures. What are these products made up of? These products are all made up of architectural design. The developer or the builder does a project, that is a product, and then that is done through architectural design. What is the intent of such a product? It is to excite the potential buyer, make the buyer interested of buying it, and the sale happens much faster. How do we do that? Because we do it because seeing is believing. The moment I see, ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ I don't know what it is. ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಂಡು ಹೊಡೆದಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, you don't know, right? So there are digital tools which are shown, which are used on the plans to convey how the plan is. How the plan is spread out, showing things like layout, apartment building, those are shown in plans. They are also shown as 3D views, where you elaborate on what are the type of inventory that is available, how is the layout done, or you are also showing more of the layout, and then what is the usable, habitable place in different views, just as a 3D view, not exactly a technical drawing, a plan. You also mention or share the views of what are the facilities that are available at your place that are planned, not done probably. All of these, the interesting thing is that you don't have to build it and then take a photograph. You are showing these as a tool, and then probably excite the potential buyer, and then you make this. So that's the intent of all of these tools. You don't have to really do that. They can also be the entrance arches or the welcome portals of your layout or the community space. They can also be your office space. There are office space which are spread out. There can also be public buildings which you are doing as a builder, developer or contractor. Public spaces that are in front of water. This is one waterfront development that we had done long back. You can also showcase your office. That can be a city office or the site office, to show how it is laid off and what is that you are going to see. This can also be a 3D walkthrough video, 4K resolution, to convey how your place is, or this can probably be one of your potential customer or project that you already done. So to convey what you could do with your skill and the team that you have. It can also be a walkthrough of whole of the property, to just show how the property is laid off when compared to the road, how is the boundary, and what is the building block. We are not showing this building as a detail. We are not getting into the architectural design of it. We are only looking at the community space design. How is the continuity of the community space, and what are kind of plantation is expected, and how it is bound all through, just to show an information that what the intent is. In the next level of this design, we will be going to detail out how the building is. We are at this moment only conveying that there will be a building and there will be a community space, something like this. So we are looking at the bird's eye view. We are also showing at 1.5 to 1.6 meter level, that is average Indian adult height. So what is that you are going to witness when you are walking around there?
If that is your parking path, grown lawn area, paved area and unused or uncovered mud area. So this is also to relate with the human scale. ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ what is that he is going to see or feel more than see. It can also be a standalone building or as a farmhouse which you are probably doing and selling it off, showing how it sets off to convey the design. You are still not building this, probably you're only showcasing this on your platforms, all the digital platforms. We are doing projects like this for developers where they want multiples of this, but what interests us is to do not same thing 100 times but different things 100 times. So that is all the setup where my client wants to excite the customer by saying that you have a full-fledged 3-bedroom unit there and then the swimming pool and all the other things. There is also the next tool which is augmented reality where we are still very far from there. But then now times are not far when we get into a paper and then digitally over the phone also we can see the third dimension of it. Augmented reality, there are also 2 more extensions to this augmented reality which is UX and UI, user experience and user interface. We'll be taking that sometime else. So how do we do that? How do we, all these things, the 3D views, walkthroughs, what are the tools that are used? This is where the interesting thing happens. At our studio, we use high processing machines. The computers that are there at our office are something like this. Probably when compared to a generally office system, this is 4 or 10 times faster. We also get into using the digital pads, Apple iPads and things like that. We also are using animation and graphic design programs and apps. It starts from 3D Studio Max, V-Ray, Lumion, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, concepts on Apple iPad, Procreate, Morpholio, regular AutoCAD and SketchUp, these things are there. We kind of work through all these softwares and give the product to our clients. So when we are asked many people that if they are interested to witness the process, how we do that? When a movie is being shot, many of us are very interesting. It is very interesting to see when it is being done. So many have told us the process is fun than the product because they are seeing to believe. So what happens when we are actually working on a project? This is a farmer's project that I showed just now. So we are only conveying our thought of how the building is spread and how the spaces are being made. That's how we arrive at the plan, how the profile, how the spaces are spread across the middle open area. How the expression which was other than just a box is now got into the 3D modulation. So what is the impact? The impact that we expect or required from these tools is one, ease of conveyance. It is very comfortable to convey. You don't have to convince anyone. You probably have to convey what it is. The digital tools that we do or anybody does on these lines are only used to convey. This is how it is. You don't have to tell. People are seeing it. There is ease of conveyance. The understanding is better for the buyer. He buys very fast, or at least says that no, I'm not interested in something of this type. Probably I want something else. I'll either go elsewhere or ask you to do something else. The marketing team is better equipped now. So your marketing team can be very conveniently take head on with the customer saying, no sir, this is how it is. I'll show this video and this is how it works. Sales can be faster. Because the sales are faster, because the marketing team is equipped with the new tools now, their sales are faster and you get a higher patronage. And you will also have sales through referral. Patrons referral becomes very comfortable. So these are the things that we expect to handle with the digital tools. I say it's a time to boost the sales now. Thank you very much. If there is anything to be discussed, I can take questions if at all they are there. Nothing? I hope I've tried to be a little more unconventional. This has not bothered you. Or is there anything that is not touched here? I'm also open to understand.
To market all these designs, which platform is the more effective?
Digital platforms, very convenient one is yes, Facebook or Instagram. very convenient, very fast. But WhatsApp is much more faster because WhatsApp is not the documented type, so people don't prefer it. But to reach on our palms very fast, WhatsApp, if it is digital. So I don't have to print, I have to send just a video or a 3D image, 5 KB, 10 KB, 15, 20 KB maximum, that's all. Or 2-3 MBs. So I can show so many things in that. So what we usually all these things, no, the video that I showed, each of this will take at least 18 hours, 20 hours to render. Render is to process, to make that video. If I am sharing the same thing on WhatsApp, it will be sent on a high-speed network. It will be sent within 1.5 minutes, not less than that. So imagine I am taking 1.5 days to do it, and my client spends not even a minute to share it, and not with one, with multiple, at least 10. So WhatsApp becomes very comfortable and very easy, but Facebook and Insta are a different game altogether. All three are fine. YouTube now has become an ocean. So all these three different platforms, 4 platforms, but bundled as 3, they are specifically focused on their type. So all of them will make money, and all of them will make us also make money. That's how it is. Yeah.
I think you've spoken about the tools, but how do people go about creating content? So whether it's
Yes.
content that's on paper or
Yes.
on these platforms.
Good, Vishnu. I have not touched that portion specifically, and very carefully I have not touched it, because that itself is a big thing. All these things are supposed to be supported by the content. I am just making the part, the visual part. There is a content creation team which will 100% require all these things. Only based on the digital tools or the impression they get from the graphics, they are going to create the content, and also taking the data from the developer. That's a different ballgame altogether. And there we'll have experts who are into content creation focused. So they are story writers, storytellers, and they will do it based on the tools that are the raw material. These will work as raw materials for 2 people. Number 1, the graphic designer will make the brochure and handouts and other marketing material for you. It can also be digital or print form. And the content writers. Before the graphic designer, content writers. So those 2 are the next part before this goes out. So I only wanted to touch upon the primary part of this, where all of us understand that yes, there is this marketing tool which can also be made use or probably exploited. Good, content creation becomes very valid. Yes, Ulas.
Regarding the sharing of the videos and all, when you do mass marketing, especially when it comes to layout, do you require a permission from RERA or anything, or specifically tell that this is the content that they will?
If I am doing it for my property, I should have definitely registered with RERA. Without me doing it and sharing more than you, I'll be under problem. No? So I'll be doing an offense.
Do we need to specify the content, the context of the video, or do we need to upload it to the website?
Yes. See, these are the things which are not on the official lines. You would have definitely registered with the authority and then send out all these things. See, there are no hard and fast rule from RERA that you should not advertise here, there and all. See, in Architecture Council, COA, Council of Architecture, which is the governing body of architects, we are bound by so many rules. Number 1 is we can't advertise. Our board of our office should not be more than 12 inches by 8 inches. With the font size not more than 2.5 to 3 inches. So we have so many things that we can't do. But as builders and developers, you are not bound by any of those things. Once registered, when the project is registered, yes, there when you print, you have to. It is recommended that you print the RERA number. I don't think that is a precondition everywhere. Probably on the digital media. On the print media, yes, you will have to, and that is also good because you will gain credibility. Anyone who sees, there will be RERA number, and it builds in the credibility. Yeah. Thank you. Sir, thank you. Anything more done, sir? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.